Oh man, what a night, guys! What a night. Let's see. Hold on. There it is. There we go. Close that out. Close that out. Close that out as well. God, it's so beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe I'll leave that up. Let's see. YouTube. Waiting for the channel to come up. Give me a second. No, but I say music. Ooh, man. Come on. What's up, Morris, Steve, Hustle, Brandon? Yes, sir. Yep. We had a great night last night, guys. I'm wow, still blown away that we got it. So I uh, I ended up staying up trying to watch as much of the presidential election as possible because to me it was very important to know that that I can say when in the future that hey, I voted. I was part of that change here in America. So I'm totally awesome. Yes, yeah, it is awesome. So, um, yep, 45, 47. That is uh, that's so awesome, guys. So again, guys, thank you, everybody that went out to go vote. Uh, man, and last night I turned on the TV, sitting there waiting for my wife to get dressed, and turned on the TV and put it on YouTube and started searching. The most. I was going through the different ones because there was a bunch of different platforms that were uh, talking about the presidential race, and then there was several of them that even while they're in the presidential race, you can see which news stations hated Trump. Really, they just and they just kept talking crap about him while we're sitting here waiting for the results to come in. Oh well, he did this and they're just throwing smut all the whole time on us. So I'd switch to another one. So and changing channels and finding out, and you know, I don't mind the news when it's unbiased, and so I end up staying on a few channels that were unbiased. They're just okay, and she's done this, and he's done this in a positive way, and showing if they win this or win that, and they were being unbiased. So those are the channels that I actually stayed looking into and stuff like that. So, yep. And actually, hold on real quick. If you can get on, but yes. uh, let's see. No, I don't know. No idea, guys. But just to give you a heads up, we do keep this channel family orientated. Um, we are definitely big Trump supporters here, guys. Um, and it was pretty awesome. What's up, brother?
You
Oh,
know,
man.
for some reason, this coffee I'm drinking just tastes a whole lot better this morning.
Bro, just walking outside and going, that felt so much better too. Like just to be able to breathe a sigh of relief knowing that our country is back on to uh, getting the getting back on the right track, man. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
so it's it is
Well,
pretty crazy for sure. We are definitely so happy that Trump's in office as well as Vance. I mean, I think they are going to do it excellent job. And one of the things that I did this morning, I saw a on one of the pages, a guy took or posted up, unemployment rate this level, the Dow Jones at this, and what was it, inflation, on this date to kind of market, and it was on Facebook. So I was like, let me take a look at those numbers. So I Googled it myself, and I saw where toward the election day, the inflation rates were dropping every month. They started dropping. They got as high as 5%, but on election day, it was only 3 point something or something like that. And I was like, hold on, if you're gonna post it, like post it legit, like show the trending of how high it got. Don't just show, oh, on this date it was this. Of course, anytime during any election period, prices drop, this drops, this drops, so it makes it look like they did a good job on that day. Deal. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah. All my inbox has been full with a bunch of guys that I used to work in the oil field with. He goes, man, it looks like we're going back to work. And did you see
do it?
that Michigan, we're finally red?
Yep. So back to my story. So when I'm going through these, and I finally look on one, and when I turned it on and it started showing the map, it showed Texas in blue, and
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, and my wife's like, what? I said, I'm about to lose it. And she goes, what? And then I look back and it's red. I was like, okay, all right, like, man. Well, I guess at the very beginning it was blue, but then it changed, and it wasn't the dark blue; it was the baby blue. Where they were saying who's leading in the polls. So for a split second, Texas was being led, or the Democrats or Democrats. I'm gonna be polite. Be polite. They were leading for a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah. But I am glad where things are on the right. Damn.
Yeah. But,
Yes,
well, the
sir.
sad thing is, it's like I have friends on, both sides of the aisle, but last night I actually had one of them that was voting for Kamala, and he actually texted me a message this morning. He said, congratulations. And I said, well, congratulations too, because you're going to see a difference and everything's going to be good.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but,
No, like I said, you're right. That's that's the beauty of our republic is the ability to have a difference and be able to come to the table and talk about it and put our vote to it. You know what I mean? When it's done correctly, when it's done right, not by slander or finding a loophole to throw dirt in somebody's face. Like there's no reason for it. You know what I mean? And so with all those guys that were on the other side of the fence, there was a lot of them that we talked and when they actually had a legitimate gripe, saying, oh, well, Trump said this. Well, send me the link. Let me check that out. Let me see what you're seeing.
yeah,
And that is when you actually have that type of mindset to be able to see it from the other side of the fence and then make a judgment call. No, this is what, or really be able to say, hey, man, did you see this part of what they said? What are you talking about? And then you send them back to their own deal and show what they missed out on. Like actually point out not just the fine print of what they read, but the whole, or actually point out the fine print that they missed. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and a lot of them, they're like, I didn't see that. I said, of course, a lot of people don't. They just automatically zoom in onto this, and then that's it. They see the big old bold statement. And even today on the deal, the deal where it was talking about uh, the AP, I guess they were the ones who were calling the polls and stuff like that. They even stated on there a guy who sparked a dangerous insurrection or a lethal insurrection? No, he did not. Like, he did not do that, yet they're still trying to put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I truly hope that, those lawsuits he put against all them companies for slander, for everything else, he takes them to the cleaners for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and he made a really good point in one of his little speeches that I seen. He sits there and he goes, they keep throwing J6 in my face. He goes, the people that were at J6 went to the source of what the problem is. Your side of the fence burnt cities down and destroys businesses and towns. Big difference.
Yeah. 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 Actually hurt the working men or the working businesses that were in there and stuff like that. Yeah. It was, yep. But again, guys, I am very blessed to be here, breathing a lot of freedom in.
Oh yeah.
I really like. I walked outside and I sat on my front porch and I just took just a big, just deep breath of relief. Like, yes, this is now, and I posted up there even on my YouTube channel on the community page. It's time to go to work. Like now, it's time, and that's the difference. It's like we don't mind rolling up our sleeves.
Yeah.
The other side don't want to roll up their sleeves and get things done. Like, and that's the scary thing. So, I am, yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people, especially the left, they were all for, getting on the other subject of like the electric vehicles and everything else. They're like, yeah, we want, all electric vehicles and everything else. And the main producer of electric vehicles is on Trump's side.
Yeah. Well, the what really.
And moving to Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. So was really scaring me about that was the land grab that's happening in the East Coast. You know what I mean? So now he can put a stop to all of that and help those people that are still in harm's way. Like they were being held back so much, and then there's a lot of posts from guys boots on the ground. How they were talking about how FEMA was just making it harder for them to do, to help people out. Like everybody's there to help somebody out for the most part. Now, again, granted, I did, people were also talking about, the protection of the children out there that lost their parents, so I can definitely understand a little vetting process or, something like that. I can totally understand that. But again, too, when they're having nothing to do with that. They're just, hey man, we're here to build some homes. Y'all do what y'all do and let us do what we do and we're out kind of deal. You know what I mean? And
Well,
yeah,
the Amish, did you see what happened with there?
I saw a little bit. I saw where they were talking about they wanted to come over, but they needed to know what land or where they could go without being messed with because they were coming with the capability to be totally self-sufficient, have their own tools, have their own materials. They just needed a place to be able to like call home for a bit while they go out and build some houses for some people. I was not able to follow up with that because then I had my surgery and I had all of this and then so please inform me.
Okay, so I got this from the and then he oh my gosh, Brandon, Jesus.
Brandon put uh, I guess his wife just showed him that a video of a guy was like, no, Trump won, now I can't play in women's sports.
Yeah. So anyways, the sheriff of the town where my buddy lives, and there was like 80% of the homes in that town that he lives got destroyed. Okay, and it's a population of like 500.
Wow.
Okay. And I guess when FEMA, started to pull up, the local sheriff had the deputies out there block the road and told FEMA to get the F out. The Amish community has beaten FEMA there, and they're in horse and buggy to beat FEMA there. Okay. The Amish is already rebuilding that town.
God bless them. That is so awesome. Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. So if anybody says that, FEMA's good for the world, no, they're not. FEMA does not have a good track record here in the U.S. because look at Katrina.
Katrina. Now this. I mean, and actually, there's multiple instances.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple. It's not just those two. Like it's multiple instances where they are showing that they waste so much money bringing in all of this comforts and everything for their people. Yet everybody else that has lost their house, has lost this, has lost that, and they get nothing. Like, oh, okay, we'll wash your laundry for you, but that's it. Like, or here's some food, and that's it. Like, I saw one deal where they had a whole field of mobile homes there, and they were for the FEMA workers, and they sat there for several weeks unoccupied.
Yeah.
Fenced in, unoccupied. Like, I mean, I can understand, that the workers coming in need a place, but when you have the opportunity to house 50 different families instead of 50 individual workers, that's a huge thing to say. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Toby. Yeah, they're a shit show, and I still cannot believe Hawaii was blue.
Did you see that before it even said anything? Like zero reporting, and I think I got a picture of that zero reporting, but it was already voted that Kamala won it.
Yeah.
Like, and still almost all the way to the end when Trump was already about to cross over the threshold, still said zero reporting. I mean, I was at the point I was like, give them the 4 points. I mean, like we're, and after I kind of like started counting all the states, like by the end of the whole deal, if they actually finish counting all the states, he should be over 300 and something. Like, yeah, that's Still though, that shows that picture that you posted, and actually I shared it and stuff like that as well. That is a no lie wave. That's what happened in our country last night, guys. That literally is what happened, and that you cannot sit there and deny it. You cannot. I mean, yes, and again, there's a little bit of blue in there, but everybody else went red.
Oh yeah.
That is, and we lived it. We lived it, boss. We can sit there and say we were there, you know. So I think for me, there's a few times in history that I could say, you know what, man, I was there. And I can actually recall what I did that day, kind of deal, like September 11th. Like I know exactly the moment that I knew we were going to war, and that was right before the second aircraft hit. And when it hit, I looked at the other military personnel that were around me. I said, dude, we're going to war. Like, I got to go report in. And they're all just standing there. Navy guys. There was Navy, there was Army, and I don't know if there was any Air Force, but I want to say there was one Air Force guy there. I don't know what the hell is on our base, but yeah. I said, we're going to war. And they kind of, how do you know? I said, I guess you're not seeing the same thing I did here. You want to report me? Like I have, and I took off. Like I took off running and reported in, and sure enough, yep. So now, for me, the next one was last night. To sit there and, a few weeks ago I went and voted, and then to see it all come together and just see those numbers just doop 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 doop.
Oh yeah.
For a second there, when she jumped from like 30 to like 95, I was like, oh crap, here it comes. Like,
yeah.
And me and my wife, we sat there and, we were saying some prayers and stuff like that. And, it definitely, now I honestly feel that our kids have some kind of future coming. Like, so yeah, yep, yep,
Hmm.
yep. All the power, all the stuff. Yeah, no doubt for sure.
Oh
Uh,
wow, KTM man, congrats, brother. You got a
click.
small doe.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to look on the screen, but I got to go like this to see what's on there. So I have the big one over here and stuff like that. Yeah, Steve nailed it. That FEMA gave all the money to illegals. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
oh man, but also too, the Senate was also taken by Republicans. I was trying to find out if they took over the House, but they were leading the House yesterday or last night. I stayed up till 1:30 or so when Trump took the stage, and I mean he was right there. He was like 3 points away from hit from hitting it, and then he was pretty much on the stage. They pretty much knew that it was a done deal kind of deal. Um,
Hmm.
I was like, I gotta
Well,
stay up
yeah,
for that.
and
Like I
like
was so tired. I was so tired, but I was like, I'm staying up for this and stuff like that. So yeah,
it's like Toby said, he also, he took the electoral college votes, but he also won the popular vote,
yes, yes, he did.
and that was that was pretty damn cool because a lot of times they don't win the popular vote, but they win electoral college votes, which is kind of asinine backwards because if he's got that many votes, then
He should have the popular vote. Yeah,
yeah, I just never thought of that, but I never really cared about the popular vote because that's not the one that freaking counts.
exactly, exactly. Yep, yes, sir. So yeah, yeah. Roger put it. He won by like 5 million people. So yeah, so
Stop.
so my neighbor. He had some buddies over and they were having a barbecue. And I was sitting there, I was digging the trench to replace the piping and stuff like that. And I mean, my beard was all, out everywhere, it was having a beard working day kind of deal. And so, oh crap, I forgot to unlock the door. And
What's
so the
going
guy
on
goes,
today?
dude, he saw, how long did it take you to grow that beard? I said, I took off like 6 inches a few months ago. And he goes, what the hell? He's like, he goes, bro, like that's insane. And, he had a small beard and stuff. He's like, oh, so I can't even, hey, son, no, unlock it. Sorry, I locked it because I was in the back working and stuff like that. So, call from Hard Life. Hello. All right. Yeah. Well, oh, Skater, didn't you miss it? Like, there's no troops in foreign wars right now. Like, what are you talking about?
I love that video. Them guys are like going, "Where the hell are we then?"
I was like, hold on. I was like, wait a minute. I still got, brothers and sisters in the service right now. And, I was like, bro, like, President just said you're not in a war. So she's like, man, dude, they about lost it. They were like, what the? I cannot say everything that was said because, but yeah, that was, yeah. So,
Hey,
no.
Chris.
And see, and that right there, like Toby nailed it. It's crazy how the electoral college votes work. Because I did see. Sorry, my allergies are freaking annoying the hell out of me right now. But there was one of the states that had, how it's supposed to be all like red or whatever, and one of them had like 3 blue and 1 red. I'm like, thought they're all supposed to be the same. So how did that work out? So. I don't know, but I was like, they gave Trump one electoral vote during that time period or whatever. So, but still, I want to know. I want to know what the final count is. Like, how much did he truly win, at the end of the day when they finish counting up everything? That's going to be.
Or are they going to do what sports teams do when, they're getting annihilated? They just stop the game because he just won by a, freaking landslide.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what unsportsmanlike conduct, or what do they call it when they're doing it like that? Yeah, Toby, it should be way over 300, like way over 300. Doggy. He's like, I want to be on TV too.
No, I love you too.
Yeah, nah, and it was I was following it and stuff like that, and we actually went and hung out with Rachel Caballero while they were calling out the deals and stuff like that. But that's going to be huge, guys, for the guys that live here in Corpus. Like, you need to pay attention to what's going on. These guys that are in the office, that got back into office while we are paying all these penalties and fines, like, you've got to be on top of it, guys. You have to follow the people that are going to show you the truth, and we're going to be there, guys. Like, we are. We're not stopping, because when I saw that we have, the city of Corpus Christi has paid over $700,000 in fines. We're paying that. We're paying those fines because they failed to do their job. That's why our taxes keep going up and all of that. It's not because they're doing such a great job of fixing things. They are not. They are voting for higher pay raises for their friends. They're voting for things that are truly not helping the city, guys. So,
what are the fines from?
The what?
What are the fines from?
Oh, hold on. I will tell you. Oh, let me see. Come on. There it goes.
What's that guy's name? Lila Coomer or whatever the hell your name is? You couldn't pay me enough to shave my beard.
Nope. Let's see. Where is it at? All right. So I know right here, $701,000 in massive fines paid out to the Texas Railroad Commission, the TCEQ, the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of State Health Services, Internal Revenue Service, State Comptroller's Office, TCEQ, Internal Revenue Services, Railroad Services. Yeah, like,
why are we paying fines for railroad services?
That's just one page of like 4. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of these are like 2 or 3 times a day. Like 3 of them to the Railroad Commission at $2,500, $2,500, $2,000. I saw other ones for $100,000 to the Texas Comptroller for the state taxes. $100,000 in fines and penalties. Yeah. There's and actually what I'll do is I'll post this on the community page so y'all can actually zoom in on all the numbers. There's also 2 for 64,000. What is that? $64,625. One to the Texas State Comptroller's Office and another one to the Department of Justice. I sat there and I thought to myself, are those actual fines or is that like payouts? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, how you doing, boss? How can I help you?
Do you all get mail daily? I'm over at where the Hodge house is,
Mm-hmm.
and I was waiting for a package, but they put that word closed. I was like, we close at 5. It even says on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if y'all get mail daily from the post office or
From the post office, we do. FedEx and UPS, whenever we get a package in.
Okay, yeah, I was waiting for a package from the post office, and
They haven't come yet this morning.
what time do they usually come around here?
It varies.
Varies,
Yeah,
okay.
because if it's the same guy, he's normally here about 9:30 to 10.
Yeah,
But if it's other ones, that they'll be later in the afternoon and stuff
okay,
like
yeah,
that.
and like I could check the tracking, and it's like this guy's never showing up, and then they posted on the tracking that they weren't able to deliver it because they were closed or something. It was like we're open. So I don't
Well,
know.
it could have been us during a lunch period where we closed and they mistakenly tried to deliver here.
Probably maybe it was around 3 when they posted that. So I don't know.
I think we were open
Yeah.
this afternoon. So if it said yesterday, I'm pretty sure we were open all afternoon. Actually, yes, it were because I was live on my channel. I was live on YouTube. So.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, boss. You have a good one.
You too.
Hey, Christopher.
Yep. And that's a good, and this is going to be a good thing because those courts that have been going after Trump over BS, they're about to get their butts handed to them because they making up crap to go after him for. Hard life, bait, and tackle. How much are you selling them for? Oh, and what about whistlets? Or did y'all get rid of them? And where are y'all located at again? Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, is there a number I can reach somebody at if we decide to go that route? All right. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Bye-bye.
Caden Nash, yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the claws,
Um,
2s and 3s. The 3 you got like a handful.
oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah.
2s you're at like.
Yeah, any of them that we are low on, I need you to like focus on them.
So I'm gonna try to get all of these at least to like 5.
No, to like extra. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I want them.
Focus on the lowest ones first.
Yes, focus on all the ones that seem empty.
Yep, Christopher it
Focus
is.
on those first. That way we can get that up. Now that Trump's in office, we know we're going to survive. We know we are. Like, yeah.
Going into this, last night, I'm sitting there going, if for some oddball reason she does win, there was a group of people that had her ear that was going to basically destroy the leather industry.
Oh, she's going to destroy every industry, not just leather. Every industry.
Well, I know, but they would actually, Herman Oak would have had to shut down all the leather companies, the ones that make the hides.
I was going to have to shut down too eventually. It was, I mean, I'm telling you, to the day that Trump announced that he was going to finally run for presidency, that was on a Monday, right? That week prior, that Friday, I had a talk with Jeff. It was just me and him here, and I've told the channel this multiple times. Like, we'd already been dead in the water for 5 months, completely dead in the water. And I told him, I said, if we don't get any sales or things don't turn around next week, dude, next week's our last week. Like, we're done. And he goes, for real? I said, yeah, I can't. Even if I were to pawn gear, like, I'd have to pawn everything just to make it through 1 week. I said, I'm not going to lose $200,000 worth of tackle to make 1 week. I said, it's not going to happen, bro. Like, I'm not going to pawn anything. I'm not going to, we're just, that's it. You know, we're done. You know, and I said, so when you get home, say some prayers, man, over the weekend. Like, go to church, do something. Like, we need the man upstairs bad. And you know, and then the Monday morning, Trump coming up there praising God and that he was going to run for presidency again. And literally that day, customers started walking in. I was like, "Thank you, Jesus! Thank you!" Like, you know, and
Yeah.
when I'm ever in that position that I don't know which way I'm going to go and stuff like that, it's you know, putting our faith and putting it in His hands to let Him guide us is the most that truly is the best thing you can do in your life. It's know that you're not in charge. You're not, you know. I mean, granted, we're following a path that was put down for us, but when you veer off that path, you know, you got to get yourself right and let Him take the wheel and steer. That
Yep.
no joke is a testimony beyond. And like I said, I mean, if she was in office, I had already talked to the wife. What's up, boss? Nothing. Yes,
Morning,
sir.
William.
USP has just walked in. The other guy was looking for him. Um,
Wow.
yes.
William says that the Dow is up 1,200 points today. Holy crap.
That is awesome. See, so like I said, so I took some screenshots of the deal, but I also went a little further back to show the monthly progression or the yearly progression of where it's at and what it's done. You know what I mean? So that way it wasn't just the last day, oh, gas was this price on this day when they made it look good. No, I want it like from 3 months ago, 4 months ago when he wasn't talking about running and they were gouging the hell out of us. That's what I want y'all
Hmm.
to know. Like, yeah, so yeah, oh my gosh, but
You know, when I was up last night, when I was watching this thing, you know, I was, especially when they basically called it, you know, I was just ecstatic. I almost couldn't fall asleep. I mean, but at the same time, like this deep seated fear hit me because where Terry's at right now.
right, yeah, yeah,
So I'm just like, you know, Lord, just bring her home because if something happens to her, you're going to see scorched earth in freaking Chicago because I'm going there and I'm going to burn it down.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she better make it home or otherwise Chicago's not going to, nah, I'll scorch earth. I don't care.
Well, the good thing is, I know she's got the Lord watching over her and protecting her. So, and so far, I haven't seen or anything, you know, popping up where because normally it's instantaneous. Like they go stupid, they go stupid.
Hmm.
Not just that area, but like
Yeah.
people that don't want this happening. So yeah,
Yeah.
our company stock is up over $1 a share. They're saying, nice, Toby, good deal. Yeah, yes, sir. Again, guys, to everybody that went out and voted, guys, thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I, yeah, and like I'll keep y'all. I'm as humble as possible and share everything that's going on with us, and to know that we still have a fighting chance to keep growing, to keep our shop open and stuff like that. Because I honestly, when I started seeing her numbers jump like that, I was like, I told my wife, I said, you know, I'm not just gonna shut my doors because she won. I'm gonna stick it through. But if I see that we're not gonna make it, like I'm not gonna put it down to the last penny. Like I that when I talked with Jeff that week, like I was down to my last penny. I said I'm not doing that again. Like if I know we are not gonna recover from this, we're done. Like, and I said I'll come work for you. Like I'll be your secretary or whatever. You know, like I was already to that point. Like I'm gonna fight the good fight. But again, too, you got to know when to to cash in. And
Yeah.
there would have been no way. There would have been no way I could have done another 4 years under her and what they had planned for us. No,
No.
yeah.
And
So.
just to, he touched on it a couple weeks ago.
Come in.
Um,
What's up, man?
Hey, Curtis, what's going on, brother? Um, you know that
Yes,
I
sir.
guess that Prop 25 or whatever it is. That Prop
The
2025 or whatever.
I was seeing something about it, but I did not get to do any research. Like I said, I
Okay, well, Trump, from what he said, he did not back that up, and I really, really hope it's true because my wife works for Head Start, and Head Start is basically a pre-kindergarten setting for kids.
I've been through it. All my brothers been through it. Yes, my mom
Yeah.
used to work
So,
for Head Start for 17 years. So yeah. So what is the Prop 25 supposed to do? What is that?
well, there's a bunch of things on there, bunch of stupid crap that any sensible person would not back. In their right mind. That was one of the whole reasons why he got rid of Roe versus Wade. Because he believes in smaller government, and that was getting rid of Roe versus Wade was his way of getting less government in your lives.
Right.
So he left that up. He basically just gave it back to the states to decide on whatever the Roe versus all the stuff that Roe versus Wade was on. So, but yeah, the Head Start program on that Prop 25. If that went through, my wife would be out of a job that she loves and loves being a part of, because a lot of time right now she has a lot of what everybody calls the COVID babies, ones that were born during COVID that had no interaction with other kids because of COVID was going on. So these kids are actually coming into the program like the first time being around other kids.
Wow.
So she has what my wife has to go through with these kids, and a lot of these kids have very antisocial problems right now. And so to get rid of Head Start would be just a blow to kids, around the U.S. So
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. I totally can see that, and that's one of the things as an adult we are learning that. I mean, granted, learning to survive on our own and drinking from the water hose and riding bikes and being daredevils as kids is totally been lost in this next generation of kids. And
yeah,
for but also at the same time, a lot of the stuff that we went through, is definitely left markers in our life to where we as parents, try to change things and improve our kids' lives, but at the same time, they need a bit of that roughness. They need to be able to go out, bang themselves up a little bit. You know what I mean? They need to be able to live life, and learn a bunch of things. Because, like they said, all of us grew up on our own. Like parents were like at work all summer long, and they'd leave early in the morning, and we're there to fend for ourselves, to feed ourselves, to wash our, clean our rooms, do all of that. And so I learned, we learned how to ride bikes. We learned how to fish. And we taught ourselves that to where, I'd drive a bike from Latamana all the way to Ocean Drive and fish all Ocean Drive all day long, starving,
yeah,
like, if I didn't have money for food, like, you know what I mean? And, so that you'd starve myself all day long, catch fish or whatever, and then come home and cook dinner. You know what I mean? So, at 12 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, and
and
yeah,
during the
it's,
summer, if we weren't working with our parents, like on the ranch where I grew up, you started working on the ranch when you were 9 years old,
mm,
and at 9 years old, my age group, when we first started going out there, we had to go down into the barn and take care of the cattle, the horses. We milked the cows. We fed them. Um, and that was during the summer, and during when school was on, we still had our chores. We still had to go out there and make sure the animals were fed. We had to make sure everything was good, the water was filled up, and everything else. We did all that before school even started. You know, we'd have to get back to the house, get showered, get changed, and eat breakfast if we hadn't eaten breakfast already, and make sure that we got on that school bus to go to school.
Yeah. No, it was that, and also too, like, you know, mowing a yard without the assistants. You know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I have
All
a
right,
meeting to
Curtis,
go
you have a good
to.
one,
Before I
brother.
listen to liberals complain, I think about every 2-3 minutes, I'm just going to shout Trump won just to. Yeah. Yeah. Do it, Curtis. Woo. Awesome. Yes, sir. All right, guys. If y'all got to go, man, have a blessed day. Trump won.
Curtis, tell the missus I said hi, okay?
Yes, yes. Let Batwoman know we definitely miss y'all on the channel for sure. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
stirring the
pretty
pot.
amazing.
I'm gonna go get the damn cauldron or my big old cauldron spoon, and I'm gonna start shit stirring like a son of a bitch.
Yeah,
What's
no,
up?
I actually,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I've got to work on all this paperwork, but I could not hold a thought in my head because I had to get on the channel and just thank everybody for going out and voting, for getting it done and stuff like that. For those of y'all that are waiting for me to figure up, you call
Oh,
statements because some people are changing they're starting at one thing and moving to something else. And okay, did he burp or what?
yes.
Oh. But no, my goal is
Cool.
here in just a minute. I'm gonna have to get off the channel too because I gotta go through the paperwork. I'm gonna start working on everybody's stuff and try to get that knocked out, get reels spooled up and boxed up and stuff like that. So yes, we're time to get to work. Time to be ready for everything that's coming for sure. Um, I know
Oh,
with the local deal, a lot of the guys that we did not want in office are still there, guys. Um, I have not truly gotten to see all the names, but as soon as I do, I'll let y'all know. But I'll be posting to the community page all the stuff about all the fines and everything. And man, look at that Dow Jones up to 1,300 points.
I know.
Yes. Yes.
Guess what, man?
Oh man. Um, I don't know yet, Dusty. That is something again we have to stay on top of. And if y'all haven't gone to sign that petition, y'all need to go sign that. Um, because right now what they have done in Galveston, they're trying to do here. They're trying to circumvent the program. And again, if we don't stand united as fishermen, we're gonna lose our beach driving privileges, guys. So
Yeah,
that's
get to getting
one
on that and
one
getting
amongst the
fighting.
other hundreds of things and stuff like that too. So,
How you
but again,
fat bastard?
Jacob. All right, brother. Yeah. It's on my the community page. You scroll down, and there's a link for the turtle program and or the um, that
We'll get him.
QR code that's there. So, all right, guys, y'all have a blessed day. Trump won. Woo! All
We're gonna
right,
talk to
guys, y'all
Capt.Eric.
have a good one. I will talk to y'all later. Jacob, you have a blessed day, brother.
Take it easy,
Yes,
brother.
sir. Later, guys.
Trump one.